Buller Bear for Tuesdays or Wednesday's opening, I'm sorry. Let's see here, that's a long spin. I think that's the first bull I've had all week. Good evening, and yeah, I say good evening because, man, it's getting dark much earlier here. What is it, about 6:30 right now? Beautiful evening here, though. 82 degrees. Our weather is kind of warmed up a little bit here in South Florida more, but still, man, no better place to live as far as on the East Coast, in my opinion. I'm sure people beg to differ with me. So, let's. What temperature is it actually? Yeah, 7 p.m., 82 degrees. Well, anyways, going to be a really quick video tonight. And my quote for the evening is, all good things come to those who wait, especially you gold, silver, and platinum stackers out there. I believe that your day will come. Not I believe that, I absolutely know that your day will come, and patience pays for sure, especially with the precious metals markets. Well, let's take a look at what we've got today with closes. Our spots here are done by CCE, Certified Coin Exchange. I've been with them for like decades now. My father was on this particular exchange back when it used to be a teletype machine. Clackety clack, he fed a piece of paper into it. But totally different subject. Let's talk about spot prices tonight. And what do we got right here? 1652.77. Let me do a quick refresh. And I may have done that already, but yeah, 1652.48 right now. Take a look at this range overall throughout the day, 1640 to 1661. So kind of in that mid-16 level right now, and has been for the last couple of days. As I said, kind of sideways motion. Not quite sure what's going on, but sideways, a little bit of strength on top of it. You know, building a couple bucks a day. I like that. I like that slow strength, that slow build-up. Every good bull market that I've seen where prices started to really increase, whether it was the 1980s, whether it was 2011, 2012, whether it was as recent as 2021 with the the up markets that we were seeing before the crooked commercials capped them. All started with slow increment move upwards. For example, I would say that gold would move up $5 or $10, or 10 or 15 bucks, move down $5, and this continued for like a year or so. And then, of course, you get into that area where it just kind of starts to go up a lot faster. But I like this. I like these slow increments, and I guess I can say the same thing with silver. Silver usually makes these dollar runs up and down, but these 50-cent dollar up moves, 50-cent down moves, dollar up move, 50-cent down move. The overall trend is upward. Platinum just kind of hanging around that $900 mark. Unloved metal for sure. That's why I love platinum. It's been one of the most unloved metals out there for years now, actually. It's a very small marketplace, and I'm sure all these markets are manipulated, at the CME groups and elsewhere, platinum, silver, and gold. But platinum just, it's just so unloved, so cheap. I don't see any downside to platinum. I haven't seen it for quite some time. And of course, I'm playing with my coin here. Of course, you know that because you've been listening to me for a couple years now, and you've been, I've been continually saying how cheap platinum is and how I think it's just a steal at these prices. And again, it's an age-old commodity that you can, that is unloved. Nobody really cares about at the moment. Doesn't take much money to move into the platinum market to create that market or create a bull in that market real fast. All right, we're not going to get into the charts or anything tonight because I didn't see any point in that. Again, kind of sideways. You guys have been reading the charts as well. And mostly, I don't use the charts to kind of determine where things are going. I'm not going to try to be a fortune teller using charts because the charts are crooked anyway. Charts are based on crooked data, crooked manipulation in the markets. Well, I guess the charts are really explaining what's really happening. But, they're basically, I've said it before a couple times, to me, charts are just trying to blood trails of the evidence of the blood trails of the criminals at COMEX that are scamming these markets for so long. Anyways, my brain just kind of went blank real quick, thinking, gosh, Brian, you're going to start talking about the crooked CRIMEX again. And boy, if you're not sick of hearing about it and talking about it, I am, that's for sure. But at some point, it's going to end. The fundamentals, supply and demand factors, big shortages of silver out there, folks. I think that's going to be a big game changer, as Ted Butler says all the time, and I agree with him wholeheartedly. that the you know, they've been playing this game for decades, not just like the last few years, if you folks are new with this, but the big commercial shorts have been doing this for decades. They've been monkey hammering the price of silver down, capping the price of silver, getting away with murder in the COMEX Group's silver pit. So this is nothing new, it's nothing recent, but they've screwed the market, and I've been talking about this. The market's broken. It's just broken. The price discovery is broken because it no longer, or has not for decades, relied on real supply and demand fundamentals. And we've got a big problem with supply and demand out there. We've got a huge amount of demand for physical silver and a small supply out there. And the price discovery market, which is the CME Group and others, does not reflect this. Why does it not reflect it? Because those markets are fucking broken. They're broken because they've been corrupt for so long that at some point they had to break, and here we are. Well, the trend here I've been noticing is, look at this, the Dow Jones green, 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 NASDAQ's close to green, and gold green. Again, this is something I've been talking about, I've been talking about quite a bit in my videos for the last few months. Why gold is following the equities markets. I have my theories on it. And again, not to get into it again, because most of you have been listening to my videos for some time, heard me say it over and over again, that I believe that it's just a narrative, and it's just a, a plot that is followed in the crooked CRIMEX markets. Well, anyways. Again, at some point, sometimes when you do these videos, you say the same thing over and over, and you don't say it over and over for like shock effect, because the shock effect is long over with the manipulation in these markets. But like I said, I just get tired of talking about it, honestly. Well, interesting parallels. Like I said, gold has been following the Dow Jones, S&P, and NASDAQ. When they're in the green, gold is in the green. When they've been in the red, gold's been in the red. Unexplainable by me for any other reasons than it's just another big part of the crooked CRIMEX markets, commercial bank manipulation that we see on a daily basis. But I think that's ending. I really do. I feel it. I feel it. You know, and all right. Well, anyways, let's move into what I wanted to talk about today, in which I'm going to keep it real short, which is price products, or the products of real silver, not the paper bullshit in the criminal CRIMEX markets run by the CME Group, the leading criminals in the paper bullshit markets. That's just my opinion, of course. Strictly opinion, folks, and a little bit of satire. But what's the best deals out there on real silver? I've been giving SD a Bullion a lot of love, but I got to admit, SD Bullion is one hell of a company. They're, you know, and JM Bullion's a great company. A little bit more pricier, I think, on some things. And as is APMEX, I put them up there as the, you know, the big 800-pound gorillas in precious metals. The prices with SD have really consistently been a little bit better. Not always, but a little bit better. Sometimes JM goes in there and beats them. And I got to admit, I probably got to drop APMEX from my spiel here, because I don't really look at their website too often. And it's not really fair to them to talk about them when I don't really look at their stuff. But SD Bullion, as you know, here at Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals and ConciergeBullion.com, we advertise to beat the big 800-pound gorillas out there, which I completely respect. But if I'm going to be competitive and make money, I need to be able to beat these guys. So I can beat their prices, SD, APMEX, and JM Bullion. I said I was going to say APMEX. I'm sorry. How about just SD and JM right now? Nothing wrong with you guys at APMEX, but I got to keep it short. And so I just want to take a look and see what products that they have out there. Kilo bars right now. Let's see what they're getting for kilo bars per ounce. And again, as I said, I advertise. There is something conspicuously not here. And if you notice, folks, it's 1 ounce rounds. Remember I told you 1 ounce rounds are just really not available anywhere. Unless I'm missing them, I don't see them anywhere on their page. All I see, well, no, doggone it, there it is, 24. I was wrong. I kind of missed it when I looked at a little review earlier. But let's take a look and see what they're getting for 1 ounce rounds here. I'm going to use the 100 quantity, $24.98. Well, let me just say 25 bucks, because that's a penny more. So right in that range. Ready? Let's take a look here. Where's my, where's Siri? Where's that useless Siri? Hang on a second. There it is right there. Oh, give me 1 second. I forgot what I was doing there. Sorry about that. 25 bucks. All right, there we go. Let's see what they're using for silver. 25 subtract 19.49.
The answer is 5.51.
So SD bullion on 1 ounce rounds right now is getting over $5, $5.50 or so, and I think a little bit higher in lower quantities. Of course, they're low as. Let's see what they're getting for 1,500 ounces plus. Again, I can beat that price pretty handily, but let me take a look. 24.18, and let's subtract that silver price. Let's see, where we go. Boy, I'm blind as a bat tonight. Getting old eyes, folks, old eyes. 24.18 subtract 19.48.
That would be 4.7.
$4.70 over spot if you're buying 1,500 ounces or more. Folks, I don't care if you're buying 1 ounce or 1,500 ounces. I got them for spot plus $4.15. How about them apples? And I can beat their even quantity price, no, even if you're buying one. Okay, I'm bragging now. But I kind of wanted to tell you where premiums are. Look at the price of, and again, even my premium is high at spot plus 415, and these guys are like over $5. Premiums on everything are really high right now, folks. Best deals out there with me are 1 ounce and kilo bars. I can beat the price of SD, Atmax, and I said I was going to say Atmax, SD and JM Bullion. Let me see what their kilo bars are going for right now. Give me 1 second here. 748 divided by 32.15.
The answer is approximately 23.265.
Okay, let me take a look here. 23.26 subtract 19.
I found this on the web.
Oh, give me a second. 23.26 subtract 19.5 equals?
It's 3.76.
So they're at 376 over 4. Did I say that right? Yeah, let's see here. What's their quantity? If you're buying 10 plus, and like I said, I can beat that as well, folks. So I would say the best deals out there right now from me at Commercial Rare Coins be the 1 ounce round. So if you live in South Florida, you've got an opportunity to buy them from us here in our store location. If you live outside the continental United, or live outside, if you live outside Florida, or you need us to ship, we can ship quantities of 1,500 ounces or more of silver on these bars, and why we have supplies last, using a traditional form of bank wires and such, and traditional forms of shipping. So if you're interested in larger quantities, you can call us as well. But that's the best deals out there. What are 100 ounce bars? Let me take a look here and see where 100 ounce bars are. Looks like gold bars are getting a little tough to find right now too as well, folks. 100 ounce bars, there we go. Johnson Matthey's at $24.99, almost $25 per ounce. Is there anything cheaper that they have? I've got some Royal Canadian Mint bars that I could probably sell cheap. I don't have many left right now, but I can sell as cheap as that. So best deals out there in silver, Royal Canadian, 100 ounce bars, kilo bars, and the 1 ounce bars that I do have in stock right now. I can't speak for SD Bullion because they're more than we are in their prices, and so is JM, and I said I wasn't going to say Atmex, but I did. So is Atmex. Again, all great companies, but I can beat their prices. And if you can't deal with me in South Florida, if you can't come to our store at Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals, and you're not buying more than 1,500 ounces of silver that you could call us and order, I highly recommend you find a good local dealer in your area, even if you have to spend an hour a drive to get them. Always try to keep that money local if you can. If not, take a trip to South Florida. I'll sell you some silver. Anyways. Let's move along from here. What's the best deal in gold out there? Let me take a look and see what products they have available. Gold, in stock. Let's see, in stock gold. I like SD's website too as well. Boy, you know how much money it costs to maintain and keep a website like this? One of the reasons I haven't, a lot of folks say, Brian, I'd love to order gold and silver from you. Can you, and I have a lot of you call, and I feel really bad I can't sell you stuff. It's not that I'm just not set up for the shipping and the insurance. I don't think a lot of people realize the logistics that go into what SD, Atmax, and JM Bullion, what these guys do, how many hundreds of thousands of dollars they spend on these websites, maintenance and putting them up, not to mention the logistics of shipping, getting payments and stuff like that. It's a whole big nightmarish business, all right? Not to mention fraud that they got to deal with as well. I just don't do it, folks. So a lot of you folks that call me and say, Brian, I'd love to buy that 415 over 1 ounces. None of my local dealers can do it, and I can't get it from Apex, but I just can't do it, folks, unless it's larger quantities. I figured a way to do drop ships from my distributor in larger quantities, which I do at conciergebullion.com. But on smaller quantities, I just can't compete with these guys, folks, and I'll be honest with you. Find a good local dealer that can. Best deals out there are gold bars, but gold bars are delayed delivery. I think a lot of the Swiss mints are getting backed up. We're not seeing as many bars being available, and delays on those, which have always been my #1 go-to product for the last 2 or 3 years. Gold bars, far cheaper than Krugerrands, Maple Leafs, Eagles, Buffaloes, all that stuff. What do I recommend you stay away from? Stay away from $20 gold pieces. Stay away from Gold Eagles. Stay away from Buffaloes. Stay away from anything that has a premium over $100 or $110 if you can. I think a lot of the maples are around $120 now or something like that. Eagles, KRs are probably around 100, 110 in smaller quantities. But again, I highly recommend stick with the gold bars. Avoid 10-ounce gold bars because, not because well, they are a little more difficult to sell, because a lot of people want to test 10-ounce bars like we do, and it takes a little longer to test them. You got to use a specific gravity or know what you're looking at, and you limit your marketplace with 10s. And if you want to sell a little bit of gold, you can't do it with a 10-ounce bar. You got to sell the whole freaking bar. So the best deals out there, gold bars, folks. And again, I advertise to beat JM and SD Bullion out there. All great companies, but hey, I'm a competitive guy, and that's what I'm supposed to do, beat their prices for my locals. All right, broke my F-bomb record last night, so, sometimes you just get a little passionate about things, and everything kind of builds up and all, and you kind of blow it out. That's what I did a little bit last night. A little bit passionate about some of this. You know me, I'm passionate about the subject, especially when it comes to the crooks in D.C. and the crooks in our economic system and the crooks in the world that take advantage of the working class, hard people, the hard-working class people out there. It just, manipulation is part of that. There's a lot of stackers out there that've got their gold and silver stacked. And again, I view this as an opportunity using their crooked, manipulative, super cheap prices to buy this stuff at fire sale, on sale prices. But at some point it's got to end. And some of the stackers out there are getting a little bit disappointed, and I can see why. But again, like I said here at the beginning of the show, all things come to those who wait. If you wait, folks, you're going to do very well with precious metals. You're going to wake up like I will. We're going to wake up on the same morning. And if you wake up at a certain time, I do, and look at the market, maybe even both of us will say at the very same time, oh, fuck, what the hell happened to the prices? And I've done that a couple times. I did it in the 80s, and I did it 2011. I did it in the 2020 when gold busted up to its all-time high, or what was it, 2080? So I've had my OF moments too, and you will as well. All right, let's take a look at comments from, where is comments from last night's video? Sorry about that. Got a little ahead of myself here. Sort by, and let's go newest first. Oh God, I'm encouraging you guys to. Oh man, I think I got you guys all going out there with the Fs, the F-bomb. First F-bomb. Now you guys are quoting when I did my first F-bomb. 28. Let's see here. Where does that go? No, my first one is at 420. God, I guess you couldn't make that number up, could you? And Johnny Boy said that 520 was my second. Alternative parallel economies to central owners. Basically what you've got going on with premiums right now with gold, silver, and platinum are really a parallel price discovery market, because you can't buy physical silver for less than especially in smaller quantities, ones, tens, and hundreds, for less than it looks like $3, $4, $5 premiums. You know what I mean? So that is what the premiums that you're paying on 100-ounce bars and 1,000-ounce bars and tens and the cheaper products like that is what the real market really is right now. That is the real silver market, not the bullshit that you see on the television or your screen here, or at the COMEX, CME, or the LBM. Those are bullshit markets, paper markets. John says, good God, yes, God is good. MySensei.com says Fed Markets America. Okay, thank you. I agree with that. Fed Markets in America. Feds are You get the little tiny fingers there. I'm trying to read that. It's kind of cryptic to me. I'm an old guy. I don't know all these little icons. Thank you, though. Thanks for watching. I first bought silver as it was falling from high, and I think about it from generic rounds for 38 in the fall of 2000. Yeah. You know, I've been through all these markets. I've been through the market in 1980s when we saw the all-time high of 50, which, given today's dollars, that would be $200-300 silver now. And I saw it in 2011 again, 12. I saw it again recently when it's climbing up to that $30 plus mark before the criminals capped it. Yeah, it's interesting, and I'm going to see it again here shortly, I think, too. All good things come to those who wait. It's crooked as hell out there, but that's why I stack silver and gold. Good for you, Alley Cat. Thanks for watching. Marrow Mike says, go back to the class and wash your mouth out with soap. Yes. You know, it's a funny story. I remember when I was a little kid. It has nothing to do with anything, but my sister was like a year or two younger, let out a curse word in front of my mom and my dad, and I think, maybe this is child abuse now, but I think my mom put a little hot sauce in her mouth. And guess what? She liked the hot sauce. It didn't work. Obviously, it didn't work. My sister curses like a sailor, too. And don't call me Shirley. That was Airplane. The award goes to you, Zane Underwood. Firsty, for calling that out. That's where I recall that comment. And don't call me Shirley. Was the Airplane movie. Airplane 205. I guess you're right. I don't know, but absolutely true, guys. It's all over tonight. So what's up, Kessler? What's going on? Helen Kessler. I feel worked. I was expecting more F-bombs. Well, hey, man, you know, sometimes you can't always get what you want, but if you try sometime, you get what you need. Yep, we lost. Yeah, you guys lost me. I'm sorry. Hey, former fish guy, my wife 40 years now is restarting careers. Beach bum, for God's sake, man, bring back the fish cams for the good of my marriage. The problem I've had with the fish cams, I love the fish cams, is it's getting a little darker earlier here, and I've been doing the videos in the evening, so the fish cams are a little harder to see. And they've not been cleaning them very well. Sometimes they don't clean them, they get all green and nasty looking, but I'll get back to the fish cameras for sure. Thanks for watching, Gary, and tell your wife no worries, we got you covered. Love your passion, the Crimex needs to fail. Exactly, Brandon, can't argue with that. Old Coasty says, come on, Brian, tell me what you really think. Oh, yeah, I did last night. I usually do. I always tell you guys what I really think. Sometimes to my detriment. I might even look like a dumbass sometimes, but, you know, I'm always, you know, I put it out there. Thank you, Old Coasty. Thanks for watching. Wega says, trauma transformation to beneficiaries is the true gold. Kind of went over my head here, but I'll go back and look at that, Paul. Thanks. Silver Mustang, I truly enjoy your evening. What do you think of the spot price of gold, silver, and platinum? Should be. I think gold and silver prices should, I think, especially silver, I think silver should be at least $50 an ounce or more. I think I think the price of silver should be in the $50 to $75 range, at least. And that's probably a very conservative estimate on my part. That's my opinion. You know, and again, take it for what it is. Gold, I think gold should be at least, I think it should have been at least $2,500 a couple years ago. All right, where I think it should be right now is higher, but I felt we'd be in that range, 2,500. That would be our level that we'd be sitting at for a little while a couple years ago. But again, you can't underestimate. I'd love to, but you know, if you're looking at real fundamentals, that's what I believe. I believe that we should be well over $50, $75 silver and well over $2,500 gold if we were looking at real fundamentals. But we're not. We're looking at a crooked, broken marketplace, a crooked, broken market, price discovery in the COMEX market. So, you know, what can I say? Thank you. Appreciate you watching, Silver Mustang. I'm afraid you don't understand why we have gas prices in America. One was the biggest. That interesting, and I do a little bit, but again, you're right. I'm not completely versed in how gas prices and how oil prices work in the United States. But I am kind of aware of what you're saying here. I might have oversimplified it last night, Christy. But thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and have yourself a wonderful evening. Be well to you, Welco. Tree Climber says, holy crap, my F key broke. Yeah, my F key kind of just flew off the computer last night, so thanks. Jeff Keller, crooked commodity markets, crooked politician, the system is broken. All I can do is keep stacking, pass it down. You keep stacking, Jeff, I agree with you. I want some of what you're drinking. You know, primarily a wine drinker. Once in a while I'll have a martini. Once in a while I'll have a little bit of rum. I used to be a rum drinker, gives me heartburn now. But mostly wine. I'll have a glass or two of red wine. And that's really about it. And nothing extravagant. I happen to find that, what is it? Trader Joe's makes some good, basic, inexpensive wines that don't taste too bad. I'm not here sipping champagne, $100 bottles of champagne, folks. So I'm a working class guy like a lot of you folks out there as well. Grew up in a working class family. I happen to like wine. Not a beer drinker. I know that might disappoint a lot of you, but Airplane classic. Great movie, and Don't Call Me Shirley. Government maybe just raising cash. They help Ukraine. Yeah, I know. Don't get me going on that whole deal. Gary says you nailed tonight. I think they will not listen. They know they are crooked and don't narrate. Yeah, you know what? The criminality is just so in our face. It's clown worldish. So I agree with you, Gary. Salty Dog, what's up? I haven't seen that little logo and your name in a little while. Thanks for getting sucked in by my clickbait there. Have yourself a good evening. John Gordon, we're on the same page on a lot of things, John, but you seem more passionate than I do sometimes. Maybe you should be doing these videos, but the truth of the matter is you know what? It'll end at some point. We got to take a breath and realize that, again, what did I say at the beginning of the video? All good things come to those who wait, and I believe that we waited very patiently, and we're going to have our due here. Thanks for watching, John. Your F and virgin ears, Joe, put some plugs in. Usually helps with that. Just thanks for watching, Joe. Better drop an F-bomb than an A-bomb. Yeah. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Y'all gonna lose your money, gold and silver, control the market, and they will stomp stackers up. It's just to prove you can't fight the big boys. Yeah, well, John, there's an old saying that if you give them enough rope, they'll hang themselves, and that's exactly what the big boys are gonna do. They're gonna hang themselves, don't they always? They did in 2008. They've done it many times before. They get bailed out, but same thing can happen in the CME markets as did the LME market, as will the LBMA market as well. As a new stacker, thanks for watching, John. It's better to follow David Morgan or Ted Butler. I don't know much about David Morgan. I honestly don't, but big fan of Ted Butler for sure. Hi, mate from Wyoming, Australia. Hey, what's up down under? You guys are great. Love Australia. Used to run some surfing contests out in California in Ventura some time ago, and I made a lot of friends that came up from Australia, and you guys, I really like you guys. I like your attitudes. But let me take a look here. We'll buy coins and put them down under. We have Perth Mint, ABC Bullion, get prices from. No local coin shop here anywhere near you that replicates. Yeah, that's nice that you can deal directly with the mint. I don't know who ABC Bullion is, but very fortunate you can get those good prices that way. Hoping one day to get to visit your beautiful country. Michael Matthew, the quote was from Airplane. Yes, it was. Silver Mustang, does Ted know what approximate ratio of paper silver to physical? If so, what is it? I don't know, Silver Mustang. That's a good question. Something you could probably type in and find. I'm sure that information's out there. Genesis, listening Larry Johnson has told Jim as much known than with. Not sure who that is, but I'm glad you're enjoying them, Genesis. Christine says the movie Airplane. Yes, it was. Yeah, stupid prices on Silver Eagles, Michael Bronner. And yeah, I know, Bradley. I feel the same way, but I like hot sauce. Hey, listen, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate that. And the little bell up there that notifies you when my new videos come up. Well, that's it, folks. I'd like to give a big shout out to everyone out there in the Reddit Wall Street Silver world, to both the subscribers out there and the posters, and the silver apes out there that they're stacking silver, and the moderators that allow me to keep my videos up there and post them. And beautiful group. Love a Wall Street Silver group. Also, I gotta wonder, is anybody actually on Twitter other than bots, Twitter bots? Because maybe I just don't have any followers. Look at that, 8 followers. Nobody loves me out in the Twitterverse. But on the other hand, when I go out there and look and see all these posts, it looks like it's the same people posting over. I don't even know how a real person can post that fast. So maybe Elon's onto something. Maybe it's just all bots out there. But I'm on Twitter right there if you want to reach me, Brian Kuzmar. You can ask me questions out here too. As long as I get more than 8 followers, I'll try to keep updated on this thing. Well, Concierge, again, I just started that Twitter thing. I don't really advertise it too much either, but you can catch me there now as well. Boy, I'm not good at marketing certain things. ConciergeBullion.com. That's one of my companies here. It is not a online, as you can see. You can't click and buy anything from me. This is my company that deals with shipping larger orders for people buying larger amounts of gold and silver. Whether you live in Florida or outside of Florida, call ConciergeBullion.com. If you're buying more than 100 ounces of gold, more than 1,500 ounces of silver, we can accommodate you. If you're not buying that kind of quantity and you live in South Florida, we're in the Fort Lauderdale area in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. Come visit us at Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals. We're open 10 to 4 Mondays through Fridays. We got this little brick and mortar here. Been in the same location since 1995, and I've been doing this full time since 1977. Whether you're buying $1 worth of gold and silver, hundreds, or millions of dollars worth of gold and silver, we can accommodate you as well. Well, folks, that's it. I'm going to call it quits for the night. Really, thank you for watching. Don't forget, this is absolutely true. All good things come to those who wait. And there's a little more to it than that, but that's a kind of simplified version, I believe, of how life does work. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.